Yes. Good evening, everyone in the USA, including Canada, of course, Long Island, all over the world. Long Island, plus the five boroughs of Brooklyn, Bronx, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka Lonely Nomad, aka the Gregonator, aka YouTuber, aka streamer, aka Ricky Podcaster of Queens, New York, and the host with the most. And you are now listening and rocking with the 74th episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast. That's right, episode 74. How do you like me now? We did it yesterday with episode 73. Now we're doing it with 74. And you have to wait till 75 comes out. Now, if you are a new listener and a new YouTuber watcher in the YouTube universe, welcome to the show. I'm glad you are here today. All you need to do is grab the subscribe button by subscribing to G Money Stacks 555. Be sure to enable alerts along with the notification bells. Um, More video content when the show goes in the air via live stream. Upcoming episodes, previous episodes, plus be sure to share the videos along with tell a friend to another friend. And I will go over the streaming platforms on the go at the end of the show. Make sure you leave a like and a comment along with the episodes with the topics that's going to be discussed. So here it is. So first and foremost, we got a little bit of sad news today, which I heard from this morning from the Breakfast Club and Good Day New York. It has to do with a former general named Colin Powell. Basically, he was a general and secretary of state. He passed away at age 84. So here's what happened here. So Colin Powell, a retired four-star general and White House National Security Advisor who served as the nation's first Black Secretary of State, died this morning as a result of complications from COVID-19, his family said. The 84-year-old was fully vaccinated against the virus, but had been treated over the past few years for multiple myeloma, a type of blood cancer that can limit the body's ability to fight infection, according to his longtime abide. In his 4 decades of public life, Powell was the first Black man to serve as National Security Advisor near the end of Ronald Reagan's presidency and chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff from 1989 to 1993. In the latter role, he oversaw the U.S. invasion of Panama and later the U.S. invasion in Kuwait to oust the Iraqi army in 1991. General Colin L. Powell, former U.S. Secretary of State and chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, passes away this morning due to complications from COVID-19. He was fully vaccinated, his family said in a statement on Facebook. We want to thank the medical staff at Walter Reed National Medical Center for their caring treatment. We have lost a remarkable and loving husband, father, grandfather, and a great American. Powell's family did not address whether he had any underlying illnesses, but his aide Peggy Cifrino confirmed he had been battling multiple myeloma. And that's a tough one. That's something I never heard in school, actually. Myeloma. I did learn about diseases, different types of cancers and stuff like that, but not this one. So this is something, we learn every day. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it wasn't immediately clear what complications he suffered. suffered, or how long Powell had been in the hospital prior to his death. He is survived by his wife of nearly 60 years, Alma Powell, and their 3 children. Wow. Powell was also the first Black Secretary of State during President George W. Bush's first term from 2001 to 2005. His reputation suffered a painful setback in 2003 when he delivered a speech to the United Nations Security Council to make the case that the U.S. should go to war against Iraq. He later admitted his speech was rife with inaccuracies and false intelligence that claimed that there was evidence Iraq and Saddam Hussein were hiding weapons of mass destruction. Powell resigned in 2005 and later referred to his UN speech as a blot that would forever tarnish his record. In his 2012 memoir, It Worked for Me, Powell wrote, in quote, I am mad mostly at myself for not having smelled the problem. My instincts failed me. It was by no means my first, but it was one of my most momentous failures, the one with the widest ranging impact. He also added, the event will learn no, excuse me, the event will earn a prominent paragraph in my obituary. Bush was among those to lead the tributes for Powell, saying he was highly respected at home and abroad. He was a great public servant, starting with his time as a soldier during Vietnam. Many presidents relied on General Powell's counsel and experience. He was such a favorite of presidents that he earned the Presidential Medal of Freedom twice, Bush said in a statement. He was highly respected at home and abroad. And most important, Colin was a family man and a friend. Laura said, Laura and I sent Alma and their children their sincere condolences as they remembered the life of a great man. President Joe Biden hailed Powell as a patriot who broke down racial barriers and embodied the highest ideals of both warrior and diplomat. Having fought in wars, he understood better than anyone that military might alone was not enough to maintain peace and prosperity. From his front seat view of history, advising presidents and shaping our nation's policies, Colin led with his personal commitment to the democratic values that make our country strong. Time and again, he put country before self, before party, before all else, in uniform and out. And it earned him the universal respect of the American people, Biden said in a statement. Above all, Colin was my friend, easy to share and a laugh with, a trusted confidant in good and hard times. He could drive his Corvette, um, what is it, Stingray, like nobody's business. Biden added, Colin Powell was a good man. He will be remembered as one of our great Americans. In paying tribute to his friend and mentor, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said he felt as if I have a hole in my heart. The world lost one of the greatest leaders that we have ever witnessed. Alma lost a great husband, and the family lost a tremendous father, and I lost a tremendous personal friend and mentor, Austin said. He has been my mentor for a number of years. He always made time for me, and I could always go to him with tough issues. He always had great counsel. We will certainly miss him. I feel as if I have a hole in my heart just learning of this. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, in remarks from the State Department, said Powell, and never bothered with formalities or care for hierarchy. Secretary Powell trusted in career workforce here. He empowered them. He made sure that the desk officer who knew a particular country or issue most deeply was the one who got to brief him or the president, Blinken said. He wanted to hear from anyone. He walked around the building, dropping into offices unannounced, asking what people needed, making sure they knew he was counting on them. Born in Harlem, didn't know he was from Harlem, New York. Um, to Jamaican American parents, Powell was raised in the South Bronx and graduated from City College of New York before joining the U.S. Army. In his 35 years as a professional soldier, Powell served 2 combat tours in Vietnam and held many command and staff positions before retiring as a 4-star general. As Reagan's national security advisor, Powell helped negotiate treaties and cooperation with Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev at the end of the Cold War. In his role as chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Powell oversaw the U.S. invasion of Panama and later the U.S. invasion of Kuwait to oust Saddam Hussein's army in 1991. Our strategy in going after this army is very simple. Powell said at the Pentagon briefing regarding the military strategy. First, we're going to cut it off, and then we're going to kill it. When he was selected by Bush to serve as Secretary of State, the president-elect lauded him to an American hero, an American example, and a great American history. It's a great day when a son of the South Bronx succeeds to the office first held by Thomas Jefferson, Bush said in December 2000. Um, I would say of General Powell what Harriet Truman rather said of General George Marshall. He is a tower of strength and common sense. After resigning from the Bush administration in 2005, in the wake of his UN speech, Powell joined the venture capital firm Kleiner Perkins, where he worked as a um, strategic advisor and continued his ongoing work with Americans Promise Alliance. Despite working as a public servant under GOP administrations, Powell went on to publicly endorse Democratic presidential candidates in recent years. He he supported Barack Obama in 2008 and endorsed Joe Biden in last year's presidential election, prompting a scathing response from President Donald Trump, former president, who slammed him as a real stiff. In a leaked email he allegedly sent to a Democratic donor in 2014, Powell said he didn't want to vote for Hillary because she was a greedy defender of the status quo, whose husband is still the king bimbos at home. When asked about the authenticity of the email, Powell told the Post, geez, don't remember this one. Best to ignore, don't you think? Powell later said publicly he would vote for Clinton over Trump. Um, so of course, SIP, excuse me, of course, SIP to the General Colin Powell. All right. So, all right, man. Let's lighten this shit up, man, with something different. All right. Um, we're hold on a second, guys. Okay, we are gonna go to. Let's go to Young Thug right here. Young Thugger. Of course, the rapper is, of course, giving back to his community, and this is basically what's going on here. Many rappers delve into real estate when they acquire wealth. However, Young Thug plans to take things one step further with Slime City, which will which will be built on the 100 acres of land the rapper previously purchased in his hometown of Atlanta. The small town will reportedly include homes, a water park, a camping site, a dirt bike trail, and host Thugger's annual music festival, Slime Fest. Yeah. Um, Atlanta realtor Trey Williams, who brokered the land acquisition deal for the 30-year-old, spoke with TMZ about the slime language rappers plan for Slime City. Um, yes, there's more to this story. When Young Thug wants something, he wants it now, said Williams. Everything is already in the works. Everything will be happening uh, as soon as possible. As soon as we get all the architects involved, engineers, it's a few things we got to put in place, permits and stuff like that. Once all that gets in place, then we'll start building up. Williams also spoke on Young Thug's dedication to his hometown and how Slum City will reflect that. He's got things that he wants to do with the community, explained the realtor. Since I've known him, he's been a giving person. He loves the community. I've never seen him turn down one person asking for a picture. So he's going to build some stuff for the kids there. According to WSB TV, Slime City will be located in the rural Atlanta area. Young Thug's new album, Punk, is due. Oh shit. Dude dropped this fall. Watch the behind the scenes video for his upcoming music video for his latest single, TikTok. That's another story I will get to in a couple minutes. Um yeah, that's actually a good thing that he's giving back to his community and stuff. So that's pretty deep, man. You know what I mean? We need more people like that, man. You know what I mean? And that is an example of a person who cares about the people. Yes, and speaking of caring for the people, we gotta talk about Black Thought. We gotta talk about Black Thought though from the roots. Um, okay. So so Black Thought has been in the entertainment news of source. So this is how the story goes. So listen to this. Black Thought is returning to Carnegie Hall's um Wheel Music Institute this October. Black Thought will lead the second series of his free hip hop workshop for rising MCs from October 25th to the 28th. In the multi-day workshop, the Roots frontman will take 10 MCs under his wing through sessions focused on lyricism, flow, style, and delivery. Black Thought's classes will also explore the history of hip hop and will be joined by DJ and Professor on C as a special guest. In addition to having leading music industry figures deliver insight on building a career, Black Thought will offer private coaching focused on improving artistry and developing technical abilities and individual sounds. School of Thought, a hip hop masterclass featuring Black Thought, will culminate in a final showcase on October 28th and will be open to the public. You can learn more about the School of Thought here. Um okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's see right here. We're going to look into this. All right. So, of course, there's a lot. Okay, so legendary hip hop artist Black Thought leads a 4-day City workshop for emerging and young professional MCs ages 18 through 35 that culminates in a showcase by the invited participants. Over the course of the workshop, participants will explore the history of hip hop and examine the technical skills employed by the genre. Invited MCs should come prepared to workshop their music, focusing on lyricism, flow, style, and delivery. Black Thought will equip participants with tangible exercises to improve their overall artistry. This exploration will give participants the opportunity to hone their technical abilities and continue to craft their individual sounds. The workshop will also provide participants with invaluable insight into Black Thought's outstanding career of more than 2 decades, as well as opportunities to reflect on how one can achieve and sustain artistic excellence. Yes. So of course, yeah. So as far as eligibility, let me see. The Black Thought Masterclass is open for emerging. Of course, I already know this already, so I already read that part already. When it reopens in October 2021, Carnegie Hall is committed to having a fully vaccinated building, including within our concert venues, resident education wing offices, and all other spaces on our premises. This policy will enable our programs to operate at full capacity while looking after everyone's health and safety, which is very important, folks. Therefore, all applicants selected for the School of Thought Masterclass will need to show proof of vaccination against COVID-19 using a vaccine approved by the World Health Organization in order to enter the building. We will be sending detailed guidelines once artists are accepted to the program. In the meanwhile, we are happy to answer any questions that you may have now about these new protocols. So, practical information: there's no fee to apply. Invited participants are expected to arrive in New York City the day before the workshop begins and depart the day after it concludes. Shared hotel accommodations are provided if needed. Carnegie Hall can defray the cost of round trip travel to New York City for those beyond a 50-mile radius. For select itineraries, flights may be arranged by Carnegie Hall, or if arranged by participants, will be eligible for reimbursement of up to $500. $500. Accessibility: Carnegie Hall and the Black Thought Masterclass are committed to provide e- equitable access to learning opportunities. The Black Thought Masterclass welcomes qualified applicants with disabilities, whether or not they need reasonable accommodations. If you are an applicant with a disability who needs reasonable accommodations to complete this application, or if you have any questions regarding reasonable accommodations, please contact workshops at carnegiehall.org. Of course, yes. So basically, October 28th, which is a Thursday, School of Thought Showcase. Um, yeah. Of course, the Roots frontman Black Thought hosts a showcase that features rising MCs who have trained with him during a multi-day workshop focused on lyricism, flow, style, and delivery. Of course, yes, yes, that part. What else? Yeah, so be sure to go get your tickets to the to the to Carnegie Hall with Black Thought's school of thought. And this is actually big, man. This is actually big of him to actually do something like this, man. And this is really, it really helps out the people, man. It really does. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a success. And of course, um let me see. Application requirements, of course. I didn't even get a chance to read that part right there. So basically, all materials should be submitted electronically through except um a digital audition platform for performing arts schools and programs. Biography 100 to 150 words. Current headshot audition videos. Please download the beat in the application and upload a freestyle no longer than 1.5 minutes with your completed application. In a video of 2 minutes or less, tell us how you want to improve your artistry and what you hope to get out of the Black Thought Masterclass. In a video of 2 minutes or less, share some of your aspirations and long-term goals as an artist. That is some fire shit, man. This is fire, man. And I believe it will be a success though, man. So we're gonna wait and see on this one. So I'm actually gonna congratulate him on this one right here. All right. Before I even go to Drake and the slap a teacher challenge and stuff like that, I'd like to go to Dr. Dre. All right. Here we go. So of course Dr. Dre is basically suing his ex-wife. And for those of you who may not know what I'm talking about, I am going to fill you in. So here we go. Um So Dr. Dre and Nicole's divorce case just took another ugly turn. Dr. Dre, born Andre Young, has accused his soon-to-be ex-wife. Of course, I read. Well, yes, soon-to-be ex-wife of stealing over 350,000 dollars. Wow, from him in a lawsuit he filed against her. According to the blast, Dr. Dre is accusing Young of stealing money from a bank account set up for his Recording One studio located in Sherman Oaks, California, since they are both listed as who is in charge of maintenance and control of the studio's assets. Young was able to deposit checks and transfer money from the account in the lawsuit. Young is accused of taking 353 million. Wait, hold on. 353,570, no, 571.85 from the account. She is no longer listed on the business trust for the company. Young is accused of embezzling and stealing money from the company's bank account and using the money for her own personal obligations in the lawsuit. She is accused of violating penal code. Penal. Penal. Oh man, I'm sorry. Penal Code for 496, which states every person who buys or receives any property that has been stolen or that has been obtained in any manner constituting theft or extortion, knowing the property to be stolen or obtained, or who conceals, sells, withholds, or aids in concealing, selling, or without any property from the owner shall be punished by imprisonment in county jail for not more than a year. Yes, in July, it was ruled that the Aftermath CEO had to pay Young $293,000 $306 a month in temporary spousal support, which amounts to over 3.5 million a year. These payments began being issued on August 1st. These payments will continue until Young remarries or becomes involved in another friendship. Last year, when their divorce proceedings began, Young was asking for $2 million a month in spousal support. Money has been a trending topic regarding Dr. Dre this year. Besides this divorce case, his oldest daughter, Latanya Young, recently came forward and said that he cut her off financially in January 2020 because she went to the media and spoke about him. Young claimed that she is currently homeless while trying to make ends meet while working a $15 an hour warehouse job along with doing food deliveries. Young says she is currently living out of her car. Dr. Dre never addressed these claims. Well, the only reason why he never addressed these claims is because she's a fucking liar. It's obvious. It's obviously she's a fucking liar, though, man. You know, I ain't got too much to say on this one, so I'm just gonna move on to the next. Um, so yeah, we are going to talk about. Let me see. Let me see for a sec. We are going to. Oh boy, yeah. All right, let's go to Drake. Let's go to Drake. So obviously, many of you may have known that Drake's latest album, Certified Lover Boy, had broke records, and then it was number one in the Apple Music charts, which beat Kanye West's Donda album. Look, before I even get into this, regardless about NBA YoungBoy, out beating Drake and stuff like that, he's still number one in my eyes, in my view, man. Nobody cares about NBA YoungBoy, man, and he's in prison for doing some dumb shit anyway. So why do we care about NBA YoungBoy anyway? Anyway, so let's get to the story about Drake, shall we? All right, let's go. With Certified Lover Boy, Drake's has broken the 2021 record for most streamed artist in a day on Apple Music. Certified Lover Boy is also Apple Music's most streamed album within 24-hour period in 2021, achieving the honor just days after Kanye West's Donda broke the record on the streaming platform, which, by the way, it was in third place. Drake also set a new record on Apple Music for biggest album debut ever, surpassing his own from 2018 when Scorpion debuted with 170 million streams. On Spotify, Drake nabbed another distinction as Certified Lover Boy became that platform's most streamed album in a single day, also beating his own Scorpion. Certified Lover Boy debuted today after multiple delays. Drake announced in October 2020 that it would come in January 2021, but postponed it. Yeah, postponed it the release for health reasons. Then said on Caffeine, I'm not sure what that is. In June, it would be out by the end of the summer. After that, he teased that new September 3rd release date in a cryptic Sports Center video before officially confirming it on Monday in an Instagram post, reviewing the album cover, but keeping the track list a secret. The cover A white background adorned with 16 emojis of pregnant women received viral response on social media, including a spoof by Lil Nas X. Certified Lover Boy finally came an hour after its expected release time. All right. So, um, a round of applause for Drake being number one, and he's still number one in my view. In other Drake news, um, he's going to be taking over duties for Monday Night Football, and this is how the story goes right here. Started from the bottom. Now he's taking over Monday Night Football because Drake is teaming up with ESPN to curate music for the upcoming season. The announcement just dropped minutes ago, with the network saying the sixth god will be in charge of the aux cord for 10 games throughout the 2021 to 2022 campaign. Wow. Wow. ESPN says Drake will feature his newest songs and possibly some classics. And while he has more than enough tracks to fill that demand, he'll also feature some other artists worthy of getting exposure. Of course, this isn't the first collab between Drake and ESPN. He hacked into Sports Center last month to share the release date for his newest album, Certified Lover Boy, which is doing record breaking numbers in its first week. So now we are here, the kickoff of the football season. ESPN's VP of Sports Marketing, Emeka Afodi, no, excuse me, Afodile, said Tuesday. And who better to create music for Monday Night Football than Drake, who sits firmly at the intersection of the music and sports? Between Drake is a massive sports fanatic and can be spotted passionately cheering at sporting events. So it's a safe bet he'll put that same energy into his new gig. We couldn't be more excited for this upcoming collaboration. Um, Alfadado added. Big names like Diplo and DJ Khaled have shared music duties in previous years, which ESPN said was a big hit. Now it's time for the Drake over, and for anyone who's not a fan, you may want to have that mute button ready because we're expecting a lot of champagne poppy. Wow. Wow. How about that, man? This is like some shots fired here. And I gotta say, man, this is big. This is very big though, man. You know what I mean? Um, this is very big. Let's go to there any other topics that I want to talk about here? Let's see. Okay, I already talked about Black Thought, I already talked about that. Dr. Dre, I already talked about Colin Powell. Um, oh yeah, we gotta talk about Preston. Oh my god. So oh my gosh. I didn't forget this guy. Hold up. Oh shit. Hold on. Hold on. We have to talk about Preston. Um, okay, Preston Madden. We gotta talk about oh, wow. Man, I wanted to get into this. Oh wait. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. So, before I even get to the best thing that I'm saving for last, so this is what's going on, and I heard this from Dungy today from the Breakfast Club by Charlamagne the God, and this is talking about a Florida vet that's actually getting 22 years for sexually abusing dogs storing child porn. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Really? And my question is like this. So a Florida man was sentenced Friday to nearly 22 years in federal prison for recording videos of himself sexually abusing dogs and for collecting child pornography. Oh my gosh. Preston Madden, age 40, was hit with a total of 272 months behind bars after pleading guilty in July to child porn and animal cruelty charges. Prosecutors with the U.S. Attorney's Office of the Southern District of Florida announced. Prosecutors said the sicko, yeah, this idiot is a fucking sicko anyway, man. Sicko vet made videos of himself engaged in sexual activity with dogs and shared them with the other degenerates in online chats. Oh my goodness, man. This story reminds me of a previous story that I actually talked about in regards to Kevin Lovett, who fucking jacked off to a fucking Tickle Me Elmo doll, man, which really was so fucking ridiculous and funny, man. Oh shit, man. This right here is not the wave, man. This is not wavy right here, man. Folks, don't try this shit at home, man. When I tell you this, don't try this shit at home, man. Do not do that. That's not cute. All right. So, as I continue with this, we are going to. This is follow. All right. So, investigators discovered the disturbing video as well as chats person about bestiality on his cell phones. Madden also accessed kitty porn via the file sharing software Dropbox, storing thousands of horrifying files on his own account, according to prosecutors. He also received child porn images and videos through online chats and social media where he frequently discussed sexually abusing children. Homeland Security agents raided his home on February 24th and found files in which Madden discussed the sexual abuse of animals and children, as well as multiple photos and videos depicting bestiality, according to the court documents. Let me tell you something, folks. This guy who is, oh gosh, man. And the worst part is he's fucking black. That did something very stupid. Okay, he's very stupid, and you know why he's stupid? Because he dry snitched on himself. He fucking dry snitched on himself. Oh man, this is so fucking ridiculous, man. He dry snitched on himself. What an idiot, man. And you wonder why his life is going down the fucking tubes right now, man. I feel like, listen, after I read this, I'm gonna flush this anyway. So let me continue with this shit. Manning was arrested in March for recording the bestiality videos while he was the medical director of Caring Hand Animal Hospital in Aventura, local outlets reported. Videos showed some of the abuse taking place at the animal hospital, according to prosecutors. Caring Hand Animals Hospital said they were appalled by the charges against Madden in a statement to NBC6 Miami following his March arrest. Our legal team and every single member of the Caring Hands family will be doing everything in our power to aid law enforcement and facilitate their investigation and prosecution, the animal hospital said at the time. All right. I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. It is not okay. It is not okay to fucking abuse animals. It is not okay to be molesting them, and of course, doing all this disturbing shit. Okay, you're even worse than fucking Kevin Lovett, who was jacking off to the fucking Tickle Me Elmo doll who break into someone's house, as I talked about episodes ago. This guy's a sicko, man. Hey, yo, I'm not laughing at. Listen, I'm not laughing at the molestation of the dogs or anything like that. No, it's the stupid, ridiculous acts of what he just did. Okay, this is not about. This is not. And he's black too, which is the worst part. And he dry snitched on himself. Listen, man. I want to get to the last story of the episode, which I'm saving for the best for last. So let me just do some flushing right now, man, in the damn toilet, man. Water go down the hole. I had to do the toilet flush, man. I had to, man. I'm so sick of this story, man. Let's move on to the damn last topic, man. Listen. Oh my gosh, man. Yo, when I heard this shit, TikTokers are at it again. And I gotta really question this. So these idiots from TikTok decide to come up with a fucking ridiculous idea worse than the milk crate challenge that I actually talked about recently. Which is more appalling. And it's not even a joke, man. But I'm gonna say this though, man. This is far this has gone far enough though, man. Like, come on, really? Slap a teacher challenge? You mean to tell me you can't come up with a fucking better idea than that shit? Man, I'm gonna get to that story in a sec. I don't think anybody heard me, man. I'm about to do this story, man. Anyway, so okay, let me just say this, man. So some students face charges for the slap a teacher challenge. Now schools are issuing warnings. So yes, this happened last week. And okay, another month, another TikTok challenge. Okay. Um The slap your teacher challenge is the latest trend that has resulted in some students facing charges and has schools and TikTok speaking out. TikTok tweeted the challenge was an insult to teachers everywhere and any related content posted in its platform was against its community guidelines and would be removed immediately. A quick search on the platform turns up zero results, but that didn't stop schools from motivating swiftly to curb any potential attacks. Schools across the nation are notifying teachers, parents, and students of the possible consequences of after the challenge began to trend on social media and multiple students made headlines for assaulting teachers. You know, this shit is worse than the milk crate challenge. This shit is so fucking worse. Like, can you imagine somebody come out with a ridiculous challenge? Like, let's say they came out with a stupid challenge, like anything stupid in regards to mayonnaise or eating a whole jar of mustard or whatever case scenario may be. Listen, man, the other challenge that I've been hearing about, which is 3 times worse than the hot flame Cheetos challenge. I'm sorry, but you ain't gonna catch me doing some shit like that though. Believe that. Oh man. Hey man, let me just continue this, man, before I flush this last subject. So not even flush, man. Anyway, um, so schools across the nation are notifying teachers, parents, and students of the possible consequences after the challenge began to trend on social media, and multiple students made headlines for assaulting teachers. An 18-year-old student in Louisiana was arrested and faces charges of suspicion of battery of school teacher, a felony after she allegedly attacked a 64-year-old disabled teacher as part of the challenge, police said, according to WDSU News. The alleged attack was caught on video. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm not even gonna play this video. You guys are more welcome to actually look for that for yourself. Um, a middle school student in Braintree. Braintree. Oh my god, this is so laughable. Oh man. Braintree. Oh my goodness. Braintree, Massachusetts is facing disciplinary consequences after they allegedly hit a teacher after being inspired by the challenge, CBS Boston reported. The incident happened on Wednesday at East Middle School and led to the school sending a letter to parents. USA Today has received no USA Today has reached rather to the Baltimore Police Department to see if any charges against the student have been filed. The most recent TikTok challenge involved slap a teacher, and we had our first case in the district today. The district told parents, according to CBS Boston, please be aware that physically assaulting any staff member in the Braintree schools will be immediately result in notification of the Braintree Police Department and significant school-based discipline up to and including expulsion. An elementary school student in South Carolina faces similar consequences after assaulting a teacher on October 1st in the Lancaster County School District. Nation's teachers are feeling burnt out. Devious licks ask students via TikTok to smack a staff member. Not getting injured over going viral. TikTok bans milk crate challenge from its app, citing concerns over dangerous acts, which I'm glad they did. Um, Unfortunately, the challenge that has been put out for this month is to slap or hit a staff member from behind. The Lancaster County School District Safety and Transportation page posted on Facebook. Sadly, we are actually had an elementary student assault a teacher by striking her in the back of the head. The post continues to advise that these challenges are not pranks and mentions last month devious licks. Devious licks. Wow. Wow. Where students were vandalizing or stealing school property. Oh my gosh. Other school districts across the nation have followed suit in issuing stern warnings against the challenge and giving teachers a heads up. Educators beware. The California Teachers Association posted on Facebook. As if widespread vandalism in our schools last month wasn't enough, the same challenge circulating on social media networks, TikTok, and Twitter is now calling for students to slap a staff member. Oh boy. Charges and consequences for students who do the challenge can vary. Mo Kennedy, the executive director for the National Association of School Resource Officers, told USA Today that resource officers across the nation are aware of the challenge, and charges can vary based on the extent a student assaults a teacher. When adolescents see something like this and see it play out on the social media world, they don't understand the ramifications and the potential criminal charges, he said. On Friday, in a letter shared with the Wall Street Journal, Rebecca Pringle, not to be confused with the Pringles chips, folks. Oh man. President of the National Education Association called out TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook for their role in these trends. She said while schools should be a safe zone, online trends have fueled violence against our educators. Pringle called on the companies to end violent trends and misinformation. She demanded the companies alter their algorithms to put public safety over profits. That's right. How about putting the lives first over money instead of being greedy, man? Stop being greedy, as DMX would say in this song, man. You know what I mean? And that's just how I feel, man. And of course, I'm actually I'm actually going to speak about the whole TikTok thing in a sec. So anyway, Kennedy said it is up to the victims of the assaults to press criminal charges, and this challenge differs from last month's devious leg challenge because there are direct victims. It's flat out wrong, but beyond that, it can affect their future, and that has to be the message, he said. Well, yeah, I am very, very glad that they actually took charge to actually think about the safety of all the of the victims and stuff, man. I'm actually glad they took out the milk crate challenge. After all, I actually talked about Blueface, how he did this shit. I mean, there's some people that actually attempted to do this shit. Um and some people got injured. Um and I'm not even sure why a football mascot or a baseball mascot actually did this shit, but I digress on this shit. So but but um but look, man, yeah, this is a serious matter, and of course, and the reason sometimes, yeah, there's some things that I read that there's some names and words that are actually funny and stuff. I'm not laughing at the incident, folks, so don't get it twisted. All right. The whole Braintree thing made me laugh so hard, though, man. I did not know there was such area in, in Massachusetts, man. I didn't even know about this shit until I read it, though, man. But um, this is this is one of the best things to actually go out with a bang on this one, man. I want to go out with a bang with some explosions, man. After this great episode we had today, though, man. Let's go out with a bang with some explosions. And another one. And another one. And I'll say this, though, man. Listen, let me tell you something, man. If you're going to create a challenge on TikTok, make sure it's in the safety of the people instead of doing more harm to people, because that's not cool right there, man. You know what I mean? And that's why I keep saying, don't try this at home. And that's how the people from with the cast of Jackass, the movies and the TV show was saying, don't try this at home. Because you never know when you might get hurt and injured or worse. So, um, hold on a second before I even talk about what I'm gonna say next. All right. Yeah. Um. Yes. For those of you who may or may not know what's going on here, um, we are live and direct on StreamYard and YouTube, alongside with the 17 Live, which I will announce where people can follow me in a sec. So let's see how much time we have here. Yeah. Yeah, we could just do this right now, man. We could just wrap this up right now. Um so listen up, man. You like what you heard in today's episode or any previous episodes whatsoever, be sure to show some love by making a charitable donation to my Cash App, which is $ G Money Stacks 555. That's $ capital G lowercase MONEY capital S lowercase TACKZ 555. And like I always say, man, it's not about breaking the bank, folks. It's about doing what you can and doing your best. Whatever amount you decide to put that you're comfortable with, whether it's 99 or a dollar, whether it's $1, whether it's 4.99 or $5, or whether it's 9.99 or $10, um, any amount will be appreciated. So you don't have to have a lot of money to show support, because support is not for sale. All right. And speaking of not for sale, I'd like to go over where you can follow the podcast. Now, listen, hold on a minute. I want to actually, and for those of you who may or may not know, these topics, this was the segment called "Chatting All the Jazz" right here. Um, yeah, this was called "Chatting All the Jazz," and basically, of course, this was about the trending topics, and the stories that don't get any recognition. So this is why I called it that. So each week I come up with topics, interesting topics, whether it's trending or whether it doesn't get any recognition. Any story is going to get the recognition that it deserves. I'm not leaving nothing out though, but there's certain stuff I'm not going to cover because this is not a history. This is not a history. This is not a world history, American history. This is not a this is not a political class. This is not a politics class or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't relate to every situation or every story, you know what I'm saying? So, you got to understand something. This is just something for me. So, um now for those of you who are able to, and I'd like to actually, let's see. This is what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to actually I'm going to go over the where you could listen to the shows. So listen, you can follow Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram, all in one word with the same name. Ain't nothing changed. Also, you can follow my other show, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition show. I will try to record an episode of that tomorrow, depending on the time. And I will try to do another one, most likely this week, depending on the day. And of course, you can follow my review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast on Instagram as well, and as well as myself. You can follow me on not only on 17 Live, which is G Money Stacks Queens, New York, and my primary Instagram handle, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. All right. And that's how we're gonna do this. Let's see. Um I want to mention something actually. Um, we are going to go over the audio streaming platforms. Now, if you are on Instagram and you are on my page or off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast page, you're gonna see a link that says Linktree/G Money Stacks 555. You click on it, and I am going to actually go over the audio streaming platforms of where you can listen and watch the episodes. So here we go. Streaming platforms on the go for Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast episodes. We are on Podorama, Anchor, Audacity, Spotify, Audioburst, Deezer, TuneIn, plus Alexa, Player FM, Podchaser, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, Podcast Addict, Breaker, Castbox FM, Listen Notes, Podbay, and Podfriend. Don't forget to go to the two links of Podfriend and Podchaser so you can leave a 5-star rating. Even though you don't have too much to say, you can say what you like about the what's your opinion on the topics or whatever. That'll really mean a lot to me. So that'll really help the show. And also, we are on Reason FM. We are on Google Podcasts. And make sure you don't forget to listen to Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast episodes on Audible, iHeartRadio, and last but not least, the YouTube. All the streaming platforms that I just mentioned in the link of Linktree/G Money Stacks, audio and visual. Be sure to follow and subscribe so you can get an idea on when the episodes is going to be dropped. And of course, you know, very important that you grab the subscribe button on the YouTube channel G Money Stacks 555 so you can get a look at all the episodes that was previously recorded. And of course, leave a like and a comment along with the episodes, with the topics that was discussed. Also grab the notification button with enabling the alerts so you can be notified of when the show goes on the air via live and live stream too. And also be sure to download your favorite episodes, which helps the show grow more. And also be sure to share the videos along with tell a friend to another friend. And also be sure to stick around for upcoming episodes, previous episodes, and of course, last but not least, make sure you share the podcast along with audio streaming platforms that said to subscribe to all of them. Be sure to subscribe and follow the podcast in every audio link in the link tree on Instagram, which is the show's page, which is Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast, and my primary handle. Both of the same links is going to be there, so don't worry about that. It'll be there. And yeah, this has been a great episode 74, Drake's number 1. Now listen, make sure you reach out to your loved ones, all right? And I say this because this is about mental health. And that's why sometimes I do a little, mental health check-in. And of course, as I said before, that you don't have to wait every year for mental health awareness in May to actually reach out to somebody. These individuals might be fine on the outside, but on the inside, they might be going through something scary, traumatic, nightmarish, whatever it is. Though, man, you want to do your best to be there for them. And you can't put a time frame on everything on when you're reaching out to someone. You know what I'm saying? You can't put a time frame or anything. There is no good time to reach out to somebody. It's all about following your instincts, your mind, your soul, and your heart, and your good intentions. You know what I mean? That's what really matters, and that's why mental health matters. You know what I'm saying? And there will be a time I'm actually going to do a story about, other people and what they're going through as far as like, mental health. That's why I created the segment mental health check-in, because it is important to me to actually, discuss certain things, especially what I've been going through and what I've been dealing with as far as anxiety. I'm actually doing the best I can to actually maintain the anxiety, even though it's going to be a difficult challenge and stuff like that. And, I'm not alone in this shit, though, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not. There's plenty of people that's actually going through this too. Um, and yeah, and I actually was listening to an episode of High Learning Podcast with Van Lathan and Rachel Lindsay, and it really touched me when he was talking about his anxiety and how it's been kind of like, because everybody is different. I mean, the way you are going to be able to you know um conquer your fears is basically, try basically, no, it doesn't work for everybody, man, but I know for me it's probably going to be taking things day by day. It's a process. It's not going to happen overnight though. And I feel that um it's going to be, yes, it's going to be difficult, and I understand that. And yeah, and it's been happening to me since the pandemic started and stuff, and I've been kind of losing my social life and stuff, and losing confidence on how to approach people, because it's been difficult to actually know who's vaccinated and and who isn't. And plus it makes it difficult because we're wearing face covers and shit, and it's like it's even more crazy to actually talk to people sometimes, because it's not easy. And yeah, it's going to be a difficult challenge and stuff like that. And I feel the need to actually ask this though: do you want to get out of the pandemic or not? That's my question, because you can't hold everybody hostage forever. You really can't. And it doesn't matter what your beliefs are. It doesn't matter what your fundamental and all that other stuff. Look, and people talk about freedom all the time, but it comes with responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? It comes with responsibilities, and it comes with accountability as well to the actions of the acts that's being made. And with that being said, I would also like to say that if you have a dream of any career field whatsoever, whether it's radio personality, whether it's lawyer, nurse, whether it's whether it's being a black owned trendsetter that has a business, or any other type of career field whatsoever, and it also includes, if you want to create a show and a podcast like myself, who has 3 shows on YouTube and Spotify, iHeartRadio, and on the other stream platforms whatsoever, which is all in the link tree. You can do that. Um, you can do that by downloading the Anchor app, or you can check out the Anchor website at anchor.fm. And you're gonna need some key ingredients to creating a podcast. All right, so I'm gonna tell you what you need. You don't need anything too fancy or anything too expensive. Just something simple like microphones, headphones. Of course, you're gonna need a computer or a laptop. Of course, both of them will work when you're doing your podcast, all right? Um, Also, you want to create a name that's very unique that represents you. So you don't have to worry about trying so hard to be like everybody else and stuff like that. And don't worry about the fucking competition, and don't worry about the stupid garbage burger haters out there who wants to critique everything in terms of the fucking thumbnails of YouTube or whatever. You do what the fuck you want with your fucking thumbnails on YouTube, okay? It's not about them. It's about what makes you smile and what makes you happy. That's what matters to you. And of course, it matters to me. I've been dealing with something like that for the past couple weeks. But you know what? As I reach over 100 episodes and the 1 year anniversary, you know, the mission will be accomplished. And I will do more episodes after 100. So believe that I'm not giving up on myself, and neither should you. So, um, and depending on what story you're going to talk about in your podcast show, whatever topics you're going to come up with or whatever, even though you're not going to be able to relate to everybody, but of course you have your music, you have your comedy, you have your entertainment, which is what I like to do, um which makes me laugh, because I believe laughter is the best medicine to our mental health. We need laughter in the world. And that's the reason why I created this podcast, because, I wanted to bring the humor to you guys. You know what I'm saying? And it makes sense to me. And, I look at the people like Nick Cannon and everybody else who also have multi-talented stuff that they're doing. And, it makes me feel inspired. Especially I'm inspired by, people like Scorpio P, who is a sports journalist, a podcast host for the Break Room Sports Podcast. Be sure you follow him on the Break Room Sports Pod on Instagram, alongside with Marie Ferreri, MF underscore Optimus, and of course Mighty Ivy from Ivy Productions and stuff like that. And as I said previously, they're taking a hiatus to, regroup and retool some stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure when they're going to be back. So, like I said, man, you can also watch their previous episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and whatever you get your podcast episodes and stuff. So, that's pretty much it for me. And of course, like I said before, man, if you want to be a podcaster, create a show like myself that's doing 3 shows on YouTube and other streaming platforms like iHeartRadio, of course YouTube, there's Amazon Music, Spotify, all these other streaming platforms that I just named, where you can find the show to listen to the episodes, audio episodes, and of course the video on YouTube. Um don't let anybody stop you, man. You eat them up with success, and let success speak for itself. You're gonna eat those garbage burgers up like this, Homer Simpson style. And like I said, man, it's gonna do it for me. Um, I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening to me, hearing me out and express myself, as it says in the NWA song. Express yourself, which is what the show is about. It's about expressing yourself and your opinions, your facts, your thoughts and talks. And this is what podcasting is about, though. It's not about pleasing people. It's not about um competition against other shows and stuff like that. It's not about, all that shit, man. It's all about you. Don't worry about everybody else, man. You gotta focus on you. And I hope you guys enjoyed episode 74. Share some laughs. Of course, we had to lighten some stuff up. Didn't want to make it a depressing episode. So, like I said, laughter is the best medicine for our mental health. And I'm actually doing that. So, I hope you guys stay masked up. I hope you guys take care of yourselves. And I hope you guys are being careful around, situations. And I hope you guys have your water, your Gatorade with electrolytes, because you're gonna need it for strength and energy. And I hope you guys stay safe, stay masked up, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace and one love, and have a great night.